By the end of this video, when we pick up these items, don't get ahead of yourself, we check our inventory. We can see we've currently got 2 items in here. I expect it to appear in this slot. Let's see. Green item, yes, added. Next, heart item, yes, added. We're going to be able to pick up items in our game and see them added to our inventory. Let's check it out. So if we click on our player, we can see we've got a player movement script. Let's add a new script by clicking Add Component, New Script, and I'm going to call this PlayerItemCollector. I'll double click on this to open it up. Now, as we pick up these items, I'm going to want to add them to my inventory, which we made in a previous video. So you can check that out if you haven't seen it already. But we made this InventoryController Script. So in our PlayerItemCollector, I'm going to want a private InventoryController. In our start, we'll find our InventoryController in the game by going InventoryController, find object of type InventoryController. Now, we're not going to need this update function. But what we are going to want is an on trigger enter 2D. So we're going to be walking into our items in game, colliding with them, and then we want to pick them up. So the first thing we want to do is check if this is an item we've collided with. So I'm going to say if collision.compareTag in brackets and pass in item. When we go back to Unity, I'm going to make sure I add that item tag to our item prefabs. And then if we have walked into an item, we're going to go item equals collision.getComponent and get the item script from our items game object. Now let's check we did get an item script from this by saying if item is not null, then we're going to want to add our item to our inventory. So we're going to need to add a function to our inventory controller to add items to it. So if we go back to Unity, and for me my inventory script is on my game controller. So I'll click on my game controller, double click on inventory controller, and then at the top underneath start, I'm going to add a new public bool add item. In the parameters, we're going to want a game object, which will be our item prefab that we're passing in from when we pick it up. And the first thing we're going to want to do is look for an empty slot in our inventory. So let's go for each transform, slot transform, in inventory panel dot transform. So what this is saying is for every slot inside our inventory panel, we're going to go slot equals get component, pass in slot, and say if our slot is not null and our slot.current item equals null. So do we have our slot and is there no item in this slot? Then we're going to go game object, new item equals instantiate item prefab, comma, slot.transform. To get this centered, we're going to go new item dot get component rect transform and go brackets dot anchored position and set this to vector2.0. Just make sure it's centered in the middle of our slot, and then set our slot.current item to equal our new item. Because this was all successful, we'll be able to return true. And if this fails and we haven't been able to return true, so none of our slots were empty, we'll debug out so we know what's going on, just in case you try to pick up an item and it doesn't get picked up. And we'll say inventory is full. In future, anywhere you add in these debug logs, obviously you can add a little animation or a little message in game so the player knows that the inventory is full, and then we'll simply just return false. Oh, and actually we're not using the slot transform here, but we are meant to use it over here in the slot.transform so we don't grab it twice. Oh, and I messed up somewhere else. Slot transform, we want to go slot transform.getComponent slot. Cool, now if we go back to PlayerItemCollector, now to add our item, we can use that function by going bool item added equals inventory controller dot add item, and we'll pass in our collision dot game object. Now if our item was added, so if item added, we will destroy our collision dot game object. So it looks like we're picking this item up. Cool, and that's all we need. If we go back to Unity, if you remember what I said, I want to go to our prefabs, go to our item prefab, so we can remember to add the tag for item. So at the top there's a tag drop down. We're going to go add tag, add a new one and call it item by clicking that plus button, item, then save. Go back to our prefabs again, click on item, and in the drop down now select item. Let's check our heart item. As it's a variant, it does use this tag as well automatically. If you didn't make your prefabs variants of each other, you'll have to do this manually to each of them, or select them multiply by holding down shift and then change them all at once. Then next for our items, there's some more we need to add. Right now they're just UI images and they don't have any colliders on them. So if I close these down so we can see some more, I'm going to click add component, and add a SpriteRenderer to our item. Then go to Tilesets, since this is where I'm getting my images from. I'm going to scroll down to find the same image I have in my UI. You could make your UI a different image than your in-game image, but for now I'm just going to use the same for both. So cool, for sorting layer, I'm going to put it on the same as the player. And then this time on our prefabs, of course, we don't want our heart item to look the same as our item in-game. So I'll go to Tilesets and find our heart item as well. Of course, when you set up more items now, it'll be much quicker, as you'll set up both your image and your sprite at the same time. Next, on our item, I'm going to add a new component and add a circle collider 2D so that our player can collide with them. We don't want to actually bump our heads on it, so you can set this to isTrigger. This just means you can walk through the object. So it triggers a collision, but doesn't act as a physical collider. Cool, so as it's a variant, this is added to my heart item as well, and we can now drag these to in our game so we can test them out. Cool, so if we press play, now if I check in our inventory, we've got 2 items in here already. That's fine. Now if I walk into this item, I expect it to go into that first slot. So let's pick it up. Green item first slot. Yeah, green item first slot. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep that in that first slot so that we can see this heart item hopefully appear in our second slot. So let's pick it up. Check, and yeah, it's working. Cool, very nice. Now we've got our inventory and item pickup working. Oh, isn't that satisfying? Pick up the item, check the inventory. Oh, it's in there. Look, we can just trust it's working. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. But you know what? It's missing something. In our next video, we're going to set up some pop-ups in our UI that'll appear when we pick up our items, so we can keep an eye on what we've collected. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And as always, this code is up on my Patreon, as well as every other script I've ever written. And also, if you want to grab this template, as well as access to all the future features at half price before it's finished, you can get the early access to this game template if you're watching this soon enough. But cool, otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye!